anybody get a chance to look at the clubhouse and everything? We kind of discussed it being a little bit like New Orleans, sort of like with the deck around the top, and then but slowly built on top of it with all these different kinds of designs until it's kind of too heavy and one part like sort of flops down in front of the other.
Yeah.
Get that
so it's right on the edge there, so you can see that where the pipes broke when the city fell.
The market sunk.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a sign in front of it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. The little brothel.
Mm-hmm.
You guys normally meet for your like Gits muster in a gathering like meeting room on the first floor of the brothel. But today you guys make your way down there to find that there is just like a Bowie knife into the door with like a letter, and it's just like stabbed in, and it informs you that Gift Sergeant Sticks, exactly. Absolutely.
You're so prepared.
The letter informs you that like Gift Sergeant Sticks isn't coming in today, he's got a head cold, but that this letter is contains what you need for your tasks for the day. So you receive a letter from your hookjack. As usual, it is cryptically written and rather sparse on the details. Dearest nephew, despair has taken my soul. I fear somehow I've lost my favorite canary. When I looked towards his market cage this morning, it was empty. Perhaps he's been stolen. He knows so many songs, but I only want him to sing for me. There would be quite a stir if my enemies were to hear these melodies. If he has already sung, perhaps his singing days are over. Time is of the essence. Best of luck, etc., etc. So it seems that a valuable informant, the Canary, codenamed the Canary here, has gone missing. He's normally found in the sunken market, and you need to find him, figure out if he's been blabbing, and then rescue him if you can. Silence him if you must. So this one's dark, I guess. I guess we're threatening a man's life in the first 5 seconds of it. So yeah, you see this letter sort of like knifed into the door. The hustle and bustle of the brothel is going on around you still. There's like a piano that like plays itself, and it's a little like untuned, and no one seems to really care too much. There's a big long bar on the first floor that I like the idea of, you know, one of those old Western brothel too. Like there's everything in here is a little mismatched in the brothel. And you can hear people just like chattering sort of like in the distance as you guys are in this hallway where the meeting room is. Door shut.
Canary. Who's the canary? How do we find the canary?
Well, I mean, are they, I don't know this. I don't really know this songbird, this informant.
This informant, yeah. So you know a little. I mean, codename Canary is all you guys know, and then he's normally found in the sunken market. But something about the letter says that towards the market cage. It was when I looked towards the market cage this morning, it was empty. So finding information down in the market, or trying to track down, or potentially using one of your criminal contacts if you have them if they know anything about the canary as well.
You know, it's so easy. You just go outside and look for birds.
Sounds like maybe I should go talk to Dodger.
Those guys run all over the market.
I bet you they do know that.
So I'm the Weaver, and I shall put 5 minutes on the clock for your scheming plans.
I think that I could probably go talk to some people and see if maybe a guard or two has decided to talk about who could have this person.
So you want to go and talk to some Hobbs or some Rotha and try to get some information on the canary. Okay.
Dodger and the Lost Boys will have ears everywhere in the market.
Okay.
They got eyes and ears everywhere.
Dodger.
Yeah, I'll go talk to some guards in between here and the upper middle.
The terrace.
Yeah, like in between here and the terrace. I'll talk to a few people, see what I can. I'm sure I know a guard that'll tell me about anyone that's gone through. I know a gob that'll tell me that.
Yeah, so. I know a gob.
Where's our can communicator go to? Does it go anywhere we want it to, or what? How's that work?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'd say
on your burrow is what it says.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Probably in the burrow that you're in, instead of all the not going up, because there's
Where?
like pretty strict in Goblonia as a whole. There's pretty strict movement
Right on
rules
the corner of
between
the
layers
sunken
as
market.
well, like checkpoints and whatnot.
So just the sunken
So
market.
we're in the narrows.
Yeah,
we're
we're
right
in
at
the
the edge
narrows.
of the
We're right on
narrows.
the edge
That's
of
right
the
next to the
sunken
second market. Yeah,
Basically,
So, like-
part of the brothel fell into the hole, and then they kept building.
we're kind of like this part of the like right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else would you guys like to do? I hear that we're going to talk to some guards. The Dodger and the Lost Boys are going to maybe do some market reconnaissance for Fen, and Lou's going to go. Or sorry, Keegold is going to go out and look for birds. It sounds like.
No, I think what I'll be doing is in order to find bird, you go out to find bird. I'll turn myself in the bird and then I'll talk to them and ask, because canaries be singing, so somebody is going to tell me somewhere.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is, thank you.
I like that. I love a bird.
Well, you just like it because we can eat more worms.
I love a worm too.
You know, get more full because we're so small.
Yeah, I love a worm. And then,
Maybe up somewhere up high you can find something.
yeah, okay.
Well, a bird go up very high. I don't know if you know this. They got the wings, so I'll be looking.
Okay, perfect. What else would we like to do before we turn into our scheming?
Yeah, so Midge feels like everybody's kind of got, the gathering of intel covered, which is
You could turn into a bird like me.
Thank you. My hats won't fit birds though.
Oh, it's
I wouldn't be able to
too
be
big.
disguised. So
Just
that's
makes so
important to be
much sense.
disguised.
You need miniature hats.
I'm going to go to the market to get miniature hats.
Okay.
And while I'm down there finding some miniature hats, I am going to consider how we would exit the market once we rescue the canary, and I'm going to lay a trap along our exit pathway back towards the clubhouse.
All right. Perfect. All right. I think that's our. We got 1 extra minute on the clock. Look at us go, so efficient. All right, so we'll do our scheming moves next. Do everybody have their little paper that has what they can do? Okay, great. Does anyone have anything they particularly feel like they want to? I know these are all happening simultaneously. So I think what I'll do, because I'm not sure why, I'd like to see you turn into a bird, Keegold. I'd love to follow this as everybody's getting their supplies ready. The camera sort of pans over to Keegold and Gooch in the corner. What are you doing?
I have a mortar and pestle, and I have taken from a small satchel tied to my loincloth a tuft of down feathers, and I've shoved them in there, mixed it up into a poultice, and just sort of smeared it upon my face, and a little bit on Gooch as well. And so, okay, this bird stuff, and then I do a little. What do I do? It's a painful transition. It's
Gross.
Gooch goes, oh. It's okay. We've done it 1,000 times before. It doesn't feel too bad.
I love being a bird, he says so excitedly. And then after it's ooh, and then you guys
That's
both
exactly how I imagined it.
and then you guys both turn into a bird.
It's
Wait, does the
great
bird
every time
have a
you watch
little
it.
Gucci?
I think Gooch has still a little, but a little beak now, and just his little bird.
Look at my new Gucci.
My Gucci
we should
man.
make a purse out of it.
So yeah, you turn into. I don't think you have to do any sort of pull for turning into a bird, but you get ready, you stretch your beautiful canary. Did you turn into any bird?
It is. I need to match the other.
Okay, you turn into a canary with a smaller bird on your shoulder. And then, what do you like to do? What do you want to do as you sort of flit away?
Excuse me, someone open the door, please. I cannot have bird hands. Or what they call them wings, I think.
You see, the three of you see Keegold and Gooch sort of hopping around on little bird feet, trying to get you to open the door for them.
Yeah,
You want the door or the window?
Midge will be pulling a measuring tape out of her pocket and be like trying to measure your head for
For a
your
tiny
hat.
hat for me? I don't even know. You might have to get even tinier hat for Gooch.
I love hats. I like to be part of stuff. Thanks for bringing me. I can't leave and do nothing, but thanks for bringing me.
And the window's been open for you. Both the window and the door. Honestly, the world's your door oyster at this point.
My
Your
door
door's
oyster.
stirred. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay, so I would like. I'm flitting my birdie wings. It leans to one side as the tumor on my shoulder is a bit heavier. So as I fly, and I'd like to post up next to a couple other birds on a
On a
fancy electrical wire.
I think
a
I'll.
string for mates.
You fly up. We get this like scene. You're just like going straight to the beautiful sky. There's like chimney stacks around you, sort of like coughing up smoke from like various goblin houses. Sort of like you fly through a little soot, and Gooch is like, ugh, as he gets it in his face. And then you eventually like flit down onto a line where a series of like birds. They look like they've been smoking for 6 years, and they're all like sitting and chatting like. This is a real
That's
bird
what happens
world.
when you turn into
Yeah,
bird
you
to
see the
what
secrets
it
they've been
is.
hiding from all of us in reality, and they're sitting there on the line. They're just like, as they like smoke next to the chimney stacks, and one of them just goes, cheap, cheap, cheap.
Is that them bartering in a market? You cheap bastard!
Yeah, they're about to get into a fight. Like, you've got the two birds have their like knuckles up like this, and they're fucking ready to go. Cheap, cheap bastard. What do you do as you fly down onto the line?
Excuse me, bird sirs who are acting in violence perhaps sometimes now.
They both look at you. They both look over at you.
I realize you are much bigger birds than me, so I hope you don't beat me up for being a nerd. But I do have a question for you today.
Alright, well, I gotta get back to my fight, so ask away.
Well, have you seen any... Well, I guess he's a human canary, so I finally see the problem with my plan here.
Goblin
That
canary.
it was a goblin canary, so I see the problem. But have you seen a guy who looked like he talked like canary and whispered secret? Because I think I failed this role myself.
I'm thinking there's no role here, but I am thinking you're gonna. This is the fate of gouds coming in. Is that maybe we'll draw to see how much a bird can help you in this scenario.
Well, you know, he's seen guy in market
no, you
get taken.
explained him really well.
Well, yeah, what if
The
a
guy-
guy, like, has a guy been taken around here who
Okay,
said
great,
I don't want to
absolutely.
go
I still want you
anywhere?
to see. We're still gonna pull. So I
Okay.
believe it's just how you'd like to approach it with one of your skills. For
My skill is...
whatever Weedle is kind of your like
these
charming. I think that's like the charisma one more.
Yeah,
from, like,
verbal
line.
coercion.
Unfortunately, I'm very low in figure.
You know what? I think
Weedle?
Yeah, I'm thinking that was going to be the case.
Yeah, I'll do a weedle on these birds.
Okay,
The
so that, I
Tweedle
believe
Weedle.
that means you get to pull one card baseline, then you get to add any of your additions to that, which is nothing, which I love, and then I believe
Weedle is completely empty.
yeah, so you get to draw one card, and then I do believe you might get another one for Gooch, but I don't know if he's helping you with something specific, but he's not because
He's not, just
he's
throwing
kind of
it
your
out.
ally. So I'm gonna pull a card, and you're gonna pull a card, and I guess we see who wins.
Yeah.
I took all my face cards out, so maybe you can beat me. So you can choose to fail. Don't show me, but you can choose to fail if it's like you're like, there's no way I can beat it. Oh, there's probably a way you can beat that. That's an ace. That's like low.
Always
Man,
one.
and that's the highest you can get without a face card.
Oh, look at that! The bird did see a guy.
So you look at him, and you look, and you're kind of curious, and you kind of scrutinize the birds a little more, and one of them starts to like sweat a little, like his eyes are like going back and forth, and he's
I
like,
have a very
You're not
high
making me
interest-
talk.
Yeah, he's with me now. He's on my shoulder. You don't want to make him
Sing! Sing,
yeah,
canary.
and the bird just goes, yes, oh god, and like, oh my god. I have no idea, I guess, why I'm so opposed to telling you this, but I've seen a man. He was taken from a gross apartment that occasionally has bags of chips. He throws them out on the ground. Bags, and I'd like to eat them, so I was outside of his house. Yeah, eating chips.
Oh, let me take out my bird notebook.
Yeah, take out your bird notebook. I was outside the house eating chips. And it was early in the morning. It was super early in the morning,
What
like,
kind of taste?
right when the sun's coming out. And I was eating a bag of chips, and a couple of obs come in, and they come rattling around, and they take a man right out of his house, and they make their way down to, hold on, They had
Let me get out my bird notebook. Let me get out my bird notebook. I saw.
Well, that's what real bird watching is.
I saw they took him away in a paddy wagon. That's something about the Reekside Iron Foundry. But I don't know what that is because I'm a bird. So, anyway, I stopped paying attention after it wasn't about chips.
Well, it's perfect. I got
and
the
then he
notes.
punches the other bird as hard as he can. Now he's distracted and he falls off.
I got the notes. Outside alley and merman, the obs rattling, make their way paddy wagon Reek Foundation.
As you say that into the distance, like Gooch like nods his little like bulbous head
think
around.
I
Goes,
think
very good, very
I
good.
think I can
And then
tell
we
him.
like hear your guys' voice like going off into the distance as like the camera comes around. And Midge, what are you doing as you're down in the market? Like the birds are up on the wire here, tweedling. One of the whatever bird got punched just like falls down to the ground at your feet as you're like walking through the market now.
Yeah, as I enter the market, I switch out my hat. And then I go and I
Rightly
look
so.
around to try to find
To which hat?
a tiny hat maker. My red velvet top hat.
Perfect.
And it has a little bird feather on it. Sorry, everyone. It's ethically sourced. Not kill a bird to get it.
I did for my potion.
So she's looking around to find, a vendor who's selling tiny, tiny little hats.
Yeah, you walk for a little bit until you find the hat section of which is plentiful, and maybe you've probably been here before.
I saw with the first one. I've definitely been here before.
Oh yeah, everyone knows you by name, and it's like cheers or whatever. You're like coming through with like finger guns.
This is my place. These are my people. But I like when they try to get my attention. I'm like, no, you don't have what I need. You don't have what I need. I need something I've never needed before.
As you say that out loud, your eyes hone into a small, like there's like stall, and then you see like the smallest little like door like in the hole of a wall, and then like it opens up and it says like itty bitty widow hats, and like a little mouse comes out of the thing, and then the hat's like too big for the mouse because we're looking for bird-sized hats, but it's a fashion statement, and like comes out and says thank you so much, and then like walks out of the like little hole, and then you see itty bitty widow hats.
Well, my eyes light up, and I like get down on the ground and I crawl and I push things away and I crawl until I'm at the little entryway into the itty bitty hats, and then I like knock on the door with one finger.
The door, like the top half of the door opens up, and like so we get this scene from like behind, and there's this like little fey creature that has kind of like praying mantis wings down, and just your eye like at
my
the
eye
door,
is right out the door, indeed.
and it looks at you and says, "Oh hello, welcome to Itty Bitty Widow Hats. Nice to be meeting you. My name's Itty Bitty Widow Hats, I think. I don't know what names are.
I'm the whittler.
The wittiest hats in the world."
So she pulls out. She's very serious. She pulls out the little measuring tape. She's, I need 3 hats. 2 of them need to be. Well, no, one of them needs to be like this big, like 3 inches.
Oh, bird sized. Got it.
Yes, bird size. Yes, but
See a lot of those.
in the bird size, I need the large bird size, the medium bird size,
seagull edge.
and the absolutely smallest bird size you have.
Oh, and then the hummingbird, we've got one of those too.
You'd better make it 2 of the larger ones.
Okay, 2 seagulls and a hummingbird. Got it.
2 seagulls.
And then goes over and you just see like you like the almost like that vertigo effect. You see like the back of the shop just goes for like so long. There's like all these little lights turn on down, and it's just like rows of like birds, mice, and there's like a cat hat like at the very top that's got like lights on it. It's pretty. It's got like a bell on it. And the little mantis like fairy comes through and like grabs a few like hat sizes, and then like plucks a little plant from here, and then like puts it in like the thing of the hat. You know what I'm talking about? The little like belt of the hat. That's not what they're called.
Hatband.
Thank you. The hat belt. And itty bitty widow hats. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
We aren't talking about normal hats here.
Yeah, the
It's
hat
definitely a hat belt.
Widow hat.
as a widow hat, and comes out with like 3 whittle, but big for him. Comes out and like sort of like brings one to your attention, and it's like this very tiny one. It like looks like this little thimble base, and it's got some like sparkles on it and stuff, and it's very like festive. And he just goes pig, and then it like wham, and then he just brings it and shows it to you. He's like, he's a hummingbird, and then 2 like a bright yellow one, and then like a nice deep like green one. They each have like their little matching accoutrements, things that are like kind of glued onto little trinkets. It says, I find stuff on the ground and I put them in hats. It's sort of what I do.
Yeah, Midge she'll take all 3. She'll give him some clink.
All right, perfect.
And
He bites it to test if it's real.
And I was never here.
Oh, that
Here's
would
some
be
extra
that,
clink.
thank you. You already you already said secrecy costs things, my friend. Otherwise, I was gonna bellow it around.
She bought hats.
Yes. She bought hats! Hats here! He screams, but he doesn't because he took your clank and he won't do that. And you walk out with so it goes from like the scene of just like so fucking cumbersome to like you get them and they're like really comfortable in your hand and you're like able to walk them out. So you found your hats. What else would you like to do while you're in the market?
Yeah, so I put the hats in the place where Midge keeps her hats, which nobody knows where that is.
Yeah, that's
So they were in her
private
hand, and then
information.
suddenly they weren't in her hand. So she's gonna like meander back down. So I'm guessing this is about the time that a bird gets knocked out of the air.
Yeah.
And
They're just falling from the sky now as one bird up top just keeps manhandling all the fucking bird
fight.
And I'm like,
No,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just it's bird John Wick.
Keegle's been busy up there. And I'm gonna look for like an alley that would take us back towards the clubhouse. And then I'm gonna change my hat in that alley and then come out, and whatever like street vendors have their booths there, I'm going to like cut through the poles
Of their booths? Okay.
so that when we go running back through it, we could just like tap it and it would collapse behind us.
All right. I would like us to do a little poll then for like constructing this trap.
The pole for the poles.
I'd say, I can't remember how many I draw now because it's been a minute since I've actually.
3.
I just draw 3 baseline
Um,
unless I up the menace.
Yeah, it depends on the menace.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just.
Oh, cards equal to a test menace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
play
and I don't
3
think.
cards.
I
So
think
it's
it's.
what
I don't think
yeah,
it's,
you can start with 1.
I'm gonna do 2 cards. Because I think in order for this to not break down while you're doing it and wait until the time that you want to do it and like set this trap up, I'm gonna say we'll do 2, the base and then +1.
Okay.
And then I will. Oh, I get to show you first.
Well,
I'm gonna do my best 2 or
yeah.
my best. I mean, my best up to 3.
That's
Correct.
right.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah. So I'm doing the same thing as Kegel here and using a skill that I have absolutely no points
Fuck
in.
yeah, dude. Let's go.
Nice.
I don't think being a reporter would help me with this at all.
I've got a 7 and a 3.
Okay. I am going to spend a squib to get a second card,
Okay, great.
and I'm gonna go ahead and play against those. So I get a 9.
Fuck yeah. So I gotta stop swearing. It's late. It's my late night talk. Okay, perfect. So you come through and you are able to like. What is your like? Do you have like a little saw? Like, what do you cutting
Yeah,
this
I
stuff
think
up
she has
with?
a little. She has like
Like a little-
no, her nails are very like trimmed and manicured.
Okay.
And so she has a little manicure set that she keeps in her bag, and so she's gonna pull that out and
Slowly.
use the file, which is much sharper than it should be.
Yeah. Just a saw.
Like it
Sharpen
doesn't
your
have
nails
like scissors on it that you would trim your nails with. Like it's just a razor blade that you cut
She
your
just
nails
shaves
with.
pieces off.
Yes.
So I like to imagine that you're just like going from stall to stall, and especially because this is like the hat center, and you know you're walking through here. That perhaps as you're like chatting, like just shooting the shit with stall goers, you're like, oh yeah, definitely, like just kind of like touching things or like dangling as you're like slowly
Yes.
sawing things. Perfect.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
Just one by one, like going down the line as
So
we just
that,
get this like
when I hit 1, it's just gonna all of them
dominoes
are gonna
down.
collapse.
Yeah, so I imagine just like little cutscenes quick of like you at this stall, you over at this stall, talking to this guy over here, bing, 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 as we go around. Perfect. Those have been sawed a little. You know, you maybe get caught at like a particularly chatty vendor, and we'll go over to see you, Fen, as this is all kind of happening swirly whirly around you. You're on maybe the other side of the market.
Probably headed down to the market together and split off. And
Yeah.
I'm looking for Dodger on his little sail powered skateboard.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about the skateboards.
or one of the Lost Boys doing like table games or putting on a show to distract people while they pickpockets, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna cruise down through the market.
Yeah, so you see, it doesn't take long ever. You're pretty well keyed into these lost boys, right? And they do run amok at the market constantly. People are always like kind of brooming them out of their shops if they do get caught, but still, the goblins fall for it all the time. And you eventually see like this alleyway that sort of like zigzags around, and you can hear the sound of a goblin losing his fucking money. And oh god damn it, he says, and like stomps out of the alleyway, like less clink in his hand than when he went into it.
Scram down the alley.
You scram down the alley, and you see one of Dodger's boys. He has like a hood on. He has like a little bit of the patch of his face is still very human looking, and then you get like the rest is like mostly goblin over, and he's got like a thing, and he's got a couple bandages wrapped around, and he's got one of those cup games in front of it. And this boy is Ollie, and he just is sitting there moving his things around, and as you approach he says, "Oi there, old man, you come for a bet? Come to lose your... Oh, hey! How are you?
Hey, Ollie, how's it going?
Oh, it's pretty good. I've been stealing people's money all day.
Yeah, I heard.
You know what? Smash the man or whatever. He can't make you money legally. You just got to...
And he does like a little bit like with a coin over here and flips it and like puts it in his pocket, and he says, "Steal it from him."
Yeah,
I love it.
I look around, no one's looking right. So
look, looking for the canary.
Oh, the canary. Oh, the Tweety bird. Owns his feather shop moving down the rest of the way.
No. The informant, the canary.
No, the canary, the informant.
He does like a really big wink, and he says,
He still does own a feather shop down the road.
Ah!
Yeah, it's called not a killing bird is what his name. It's the feather shop name is.
He's apparently gone missing. We're supposed to find him.
Oh well, he was a piece of trash anyway. Never let me steal nothing from him.
Well, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it does suck.
and then I think you like feel like someone like he comes over and like gives you like a half hug, and you kind of feel someone patting at your back. I would say, never mind, just among friends, just a little. What's a pocket check among friends? That's, I'm just making sure.
Leave my skunk alone.
Okay. Oh, no one wants your skunk.
And
but the canary, he did go missing this morning. He didn't come through, and he usually comes and badgers us and says, "Get out of my fucking lawn." But today, I was able to go the whole shop, go right through, took whatever I wanted.
he like coughs and a feather comes out of his mouth.
So I need some eyes on the street. We gotta find him.
Oh, absolutely. Is it we finding him for free or what?
I don't know. Are we getting paid for this?
Are we?
And he like looks around, and like you can see like some like kids like at the top of buildings like poking their heads over.
Are we looking for him for free? Oh,
There's always some French benefits from this type of thing.
all right.
Besides, we get to stick it to the man.
I love French benefits. I think that's what you said. I think that's what's French.
He says,
Oh yeah, so we can get the boys on it, but you're gonna owe us a big one. Actually, no, roll. Actually, I would like you to play me some cards. If you win in cards, we'll help ya. I don't know when this. I live in this accent now. I'm here forever. Perfect. I'm just gonna draw probably the one card then.
And
I think.
finagle.
You're gonna finagle. All right.
Yeah, physical trickery, right?
And I've got 18,000 points in charisma. Cause look at me, I'm a cheeky little lad.
And then your ally.
Oh, and they're an
You get
ally.
one from your
Yeah.
ally, yeah.
okay, perfect. I'm just gonna roll. It's a 2. He looks.
It's 2 cards that you get.
It's ally rank,
Oh, I get
so
two
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some card in there has to beat a 2, you know?
So
Now you play
has to
your,
be a 2.
your best 3
I only got a 2, so it's you play your best 3 cards, and you gotta let me know.
965.
Because it's dark over there. With on any of those cards work. So
he didn't even play his pair.
Ollie scrutinizes you for a minute, and he looks at you and says,
Oh, you old sailing bastard! We'll do it for free! We'll do it this time, though, because eventually we've got to start charging.
You know I've been playing cards with you guys for years,
I
right?
know, you taught me everything I know, which
See?
is why I should stop trusting you, because I'm pretty Weasley. And then you're pretty Weasley. And he's all right, boys!
and then a bunch of like little like Gerblin kids in like different stages of like transformation just sort of like skitter across the roofs and like go out. You get, after, well actually we'll jump there and I'll give you the information back because you're sending the boys out to go look. So as these like boys skitter and like run in every direction, the children skitter and run in every different direction, we're gonna see like one little raggedy like urchin boy like run right past you, Snyder. I'm saying your name right?
Snyder, yeah.
As you're, I was gonna say doing your dark dealings, but I don't think that's the description of what you're doing.
Well, actually, I'm going to burn a squib so that I can know a gob.
Okay.
And then I'm going to head up to the kind of the mids closer to the Grand Market. And inside the Grand Market, I'm going to ask about. I'm going to ask one of the guards there, a guy I know named Brutus Agnes.
Okay, Brutus Agnes. So the Grand Market's up in the terrace. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So you have to pass between the slops and up to the market, which is kind of an arduous task. There's checkpoints, you get like the smelly like lower cities, and as the streets start to widen, the cobblestones start to get nicer, the buildings start to get a little bit nicer too, and you sort of make your way up this hill. There is like a large gate with like a checkpoint with some hobs. You have to like give ID and like move over. I'm assuming with your swindly that's not a massive problem, and you make your way up into the Grand Market, where you see your friend Brutus. He's standing and like glimmering, like the armor is a little bit rusted, a little bit dented. He's not like the most like high ranking.
Is it the body of a killer?
Yeah, it's the body of a killer. His name is Edward, and he's a vampire. No, he is, and he's sort of standing guard with like a big stick with like kind of like a flag on the market, and his like helm comes through. It's got one of those like the long pieces on his nose, and like up and over, and like one of those Hershey's Kiss tops, and it's just like a little too big for him. He's like standing with his like, and he's just staring at the market like this.
Hey, Brutus, it's good to see you.
He like side eyes you for a little bit, and he says, "What's his? How do we do a big deep voice for Brutus? Maybe he's got a tiny voice. Who knows?" He looks over at you and he says, "What?" He said, "What?" No, he's just got my voice. What can I do for ya?
Well, I heard about some movings abouts in the city, and I was wondering if possibly you could tell me whether or not...
Spit it out, damn you.
You've heard about an informant been moved through this side of town?
He looks around pretty wide, and then there's like a guard, maybe like, I don't know, 15 feet that way, and he says, Sam, why don't you go get a little snack for yourself on me? And he like flicks a little like clink over to the other guard, like stumbles to catch it, and then goes like, oh, thanks, and then like leaves to go get lunch. And he looks around, he says, I know a little bit about a little something.
Oh, you do?
I do. He's going to try to extort you, though, for a little bribe, unless you want to pull against him to try to play for free.
I'm going to offer him a chicken dinner.
Winner.
He looks at you, and he says, real chicken?
Well, I mean, as real as it gets over here.
I hate them fake chickens. They're vicious things. Right. The Fae chickens now exist. They're fake. I was gonna say, yeah, but yeah, chickens is spelled with a silent K.
Yeah. Look at my Easter story I posted.
Exactly.
There's a chicken.
Them fake chickens. I hate a fake chicken. They taste like shit. Real chicken though, are you gonna make it? Because last time you made me a chicken dinner, it was lovely. I had a nice time. The wine paired perfect.
Well, I was gonna go get you one from the market over here. I mean, you know.
Oh, you're not gonna join? You're not gonna join me?
Well, I was just gonna bring it over to you for lunch.
Oh, and then we'd share.
I present you food. You throw me a bone.
Sometimes I think you don't even like really hanging out with me. Sometimes I think you come all the way up to the Grand Market just to ask me stuff.
Well, I mean, if you didn't get asked, what's the purpose of knowing stuff?
You're right, but one of these days you owe me and Darla a nice dinner. She's been begging me to. I tell her my friend who comes to the market and hangs out with me all the time. Who really values our friendship.
It's been a minute. I stay so busy. I'll tell you, if you're looking for anything, let me know, and I'll help you find it.
That sounds wonderful.
That sounds wonderful.
That's really the best deal there.
I'm looking, and he's sort of like, you can see in his mind, he's like, I'm looking for a friend. No, I'm just looking for a bud.
Just looking for a friend.
Just looking for a friend in these dark, dark goblin times.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you, he's like, the canary that you've been looking for, he's up at the ironworks getting questioned. Tonight, they brought him over. I don't know, we haven't heard anything about it yet, but they'll have my hide if they find out that I've been telling you, my friend, that we definitely have a relationship, that you definitely love having. They'll have my hide if I know I tell you my secrets.
I mean, what would Darla think?
What would It's so nice that you remember her name this time. So lovely, he says.
Well, okay, so he's in the ironworks down in Rigside, down there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're questioning him tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they're gonna do with him after that?
I mean, I'd probably kill him. I'd probably kill if I were in charge. It seems like a loose end, you know what I mean? Like, I've been watching a lot of those. I've been reading a lot of books about crime and CSI, and it seems like I'd kill him. Am I saying too much? He says Darla would hate to hear
Not
about
really.
killing men.
I think it would just be bad. I mean, enough yardbirds have died today.
Another bird falls from the sky. Another bird falls from the
It's
sky.
been a really bad day for
Punctuating it. He like looks to the sky. I feel like that's too real.
It cuts.
Goblonia might need some aviary relief.
Yeah. The birds don't have any flues here. They're falling into the flues of the chimneys. It's not going well. They call it avian bird flues. Like, they just can't keep them out of their fucking chimneys. It's really bad.
Okie dokie. Well, I appreciate you. Tell Darla I said hi. I'll throw some clink in his hand. I'll put some clink in his hand.
Little kink in his hand.
Make sure that she gets a nice gift. Go
I've
pick
been
her up
hearing
something
about
really
this.
nice.
I've been hearing about this tiny hat shop. I feel like everyone wants
Oh
to check
yeah,
out.
I've heard about that
Yeah, itty
place.
bitty little hats.
Itty bitty little
Yeah,
hats.
absolutely.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring you one next time I come
Ugh,
back.
can't wait.
All right.
Okay, don't tell anyone I talk to you because they'll have my head.
Shh. We're totally not talking
And
here.
he stands perfectly still again. He doesn't. He gives you like a little bit of side eye. Goes, gives you like a little like. I definitely sold out my cops. Like he like stands really like
For
flat
chicken
again.
and
All
For
right.
just a chicken and Darla.
So.
We then are gonna like scan back over as you guys sort of make your way to the next
Yeah.
portion
I'll
as
make
you're.
myself off and check out the canary shop.
Oh yeah, okay. So the Lost Boys actually do find you as you go to the canary shop, you say?
They said he had a shop.
He does have a shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So I do believe in the way that Goblonia is structured that this would count as a second round of scheming rather than going into the ironworks, which is like the next thing. So that means a king goes on the table as a which is fucking sick. Love that.
Yep.
Let me just figure out where I put all my face cards.
There is now a king on the table.
Where did I put? We're just gonna pretend this is a king because I can't find mine, and we're not gonna make it that far in this game. So, you find yourself at the canary's apartment outside of, to not a killing bird is what I named it, and I regret it because it's hard to say.
To not a
I
killing
think
bird.
there's your.
Oh, look at that!
Is it locked?
It isn't locked. You walk up, and it's the Tanana Killing Bird is it's a very opulently feather adorned building. You can see that just like some of them just like tumble out into like the fucking rest of the market as just like feathers are everywhere. Different like dream catchers and beautiful like whimsical like anything you could put a feather on guy, he's got a feather on it and more. And they're sort of blowing listlessly in the wind as like wind chimes and like random like tinkly noises through these like hanging feather things kind of like eerily invite you inside to an empty shop.
I'm just gonna search everything.
Sweet. You go around the shop itself. You see like a counter, jars of feathers. You really don't know how they price these things. Like it doesn't make any sense how this guy makes money. It's probably because he sells
Take a pretty one, put it in my hat.
Yeah, and it looks great. The Lost Boys you can see who have like found the place for you and like got this information. Their pockets are full of feathers and they're just like dropping.
Oh, they're here?
everywhere, too.
Okay.
Yeah, well they come over and like give a rapid tap on the door. And while you're sort of looking around in the feather shop, Ollie comes up to you and says,
I think this is a little lad or something. Yeah, somewhere over here. Something like this. And he says, Oi! It looks like this one's a pretty penny, this canary of yours. He's got at least 4 Ratha guards surrounding him tonight, right outside the foundry. It's a dangerous place, and inside I hear a heap more, probably 2-3 Ratha inside at the same time. So whatever you do, you're going to want to proceed with caution. So he's down at the foundry, and I think my boys found about 6 Ratha guards in total.
We get him. We might need a distraction.
We might need a distraction. Are you going to try to make me work for free again? I hate it. It burns my skin. You see, I got a rash from the last time I did something for free. It hurts.
I hate doing it for free.
I fucking hate doing shit for free.
Where's the foundry at?
the foundry's in Reekside.
Reekside. Well, maybe the Lost Boys should put on a show. I'll bet you can make some. And the rest of you can be robbing the crowd like you do.
Okay.
That'll be a distraction.
That's true. We'll see what happens when we
And
get
then
down to
you'll
the
make profit.
ironworks, the crowd at the ironworks. I'll do what I can. Actually, let's see.
So you go around the canary's home as you guys are just chatting, like wheeling and dealing, just like picking up a feather thing, setting it down. The house is messy, but there's no sign of like a struggle or anything. It looks like this guy's just sort of a trash goblin. You go up some stairs as you guys are sort of like hashing out. So
What was it like? Enter bear stage left or something?
as you're like going up the stairs, talking about the various ways you're going to trick them. And yeah, you see that the canary is like clearly just missing. There's not much to his apartment other than the fact that he's gone and everything's been
And
left
no clothes.
open. Yeah, but I will say that for this round of scheming, so that we can use the cards, I will appoint it to trying to get Ollie to do his, and I'm gonna say trying to get the Lost Boys to do a nice play outside of a steel foundry. Is I'm gonna up the menace of that only just to 2 cards instead of the 1, so that we can reflect that it's an industrial area that might not have crowds in it. So they're gonna have to perform their little boy
There's
hearts
the
out.
one, there's the allies, and there's Weedle.
Wheedle
So I
away.
get 4 cards.
I'm gonna flip my guys. So before you do yours, I got an 8 and a 4.
What's that?
That might just be an
That's
extra
just,
card.
yeah, it's just letting you know what cards are in there.
You'll have to tell me because I can't read your cards.
No, that
so-
it
Oh.
was not a real card.
Oh, not a real card then. The plot thickens.
What'd you play over there?
I got a 4 and an 8.
So you have to be an
No,
8.
you
We got
win.
a 9 and a 6 and a 2.
Absolutely. With a 9, he looks at you and he says,
I've been meaning to stretch out my iambic pentameter legs, and I don't know what it is. I'm not actually sure if this is it. I never learned to count.
he says, and he runs off. He says,
I have a perfect idea. I've been meaning to ask George to. His name's just George, I guess.
Dodger.
No, Dodger can be one, but I think I was gonna make a secondary character. His name is, I guess now, George, which I don't like. George doesn't have to exist after today. Han Jodgman. George Hanman.
He says, I've been meaning to do a little Romeo and Juliet number with him, I guess, because his hair's so long, I guess. Oh, wait, that's Rapunzel.
And then he, like, shuffles away and says he'll
You
meet
can
you
mix
at
and
the-
match them. It'll be fun.
No, no goblin knows the works of the great Shakespeare that I guess we all have on our boats that we like to read. We're very educated.
He says and pushes up an invisible pair of glasses.
I never learned to read, though. And I fucking won't!
He says before he runs off with the other goblin boys. He says, see you at the foundry! I've got to remember Ollie.
I have a scheme.
Absolutely, you can scheme again. I think we have another round for everybody.
Yes.
And then we'll just pause there, I think.
Yeah.
So it pans back, and I'm flitting towards the ironworks, and I'm still having a long, drawn-out conversation.
Gooch is just going, way.
I didn't think those birds would fight so aggressively. I had to get out of there. I'm bleeding. You stood up for me to fight, though. You didn't really
I've been a bird.
I'm bitten with my mouth.
I can see blood and feathers on. So good thing it keeps us bird longer.
Yeah, it does. It makes us more bird powerful. I was whispering and citing secrets, though. I said, "Did you hear what you said about your bird, Mom?" And then you went crazy.
Yeah, I see a whole line of dead bird along the way. It might have been my fault or your fault or our fault, but I don't think so.
No, I would never consider anything my fault.
Well, I would like to. I think it's a good idea, Gooch, and you tell me because I need your help. No, never mind. That's for later. That's a secret plan. I think that perhaps I should go through this window here, and the guy, or I want to. Can I know what everyone knows that it's gonna happen tonight? Can I have canned?
Yeah, I think we can have those. Yeah, we can have these little like canned things, especially if we're going between one scheming and another scheme. We could be like, blah blah blah. I learned this on the camp. Beep, beep. We can even try to include those kinds of scenes and like beep beep beep, if you want. And then for round 2, I'll say that you guys had an opportunity to like share information and then expand upon your scheming, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So if it's happening tonight, I really would like to like fly into the ironworks. How I imagine this is that
Take me away.
Is that it is an abandoned, dusty space. Not abandoned, but it is empty.
Should I describe the ironworks itself? Is always has like a very large furnace. It's like a 3-story building, has a very large furnace like running all the time, but sometimes it's lower. But that's still chugging out, the smokestack still doing as it's still working. So there's like workers during the day.
So I got how this can work. So I'm in the canary shop. I find a tin can, poke a hole in it, put a string in it, attach the string to the wall, and go.
You gotta plug in the cell phone.
So what I would like is my hope is that there's the torture chair in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
where
they just set those up during the work week too.
Yeah, right.
That's in the office above the foundry thing.
So I'd like to, because I do have to spend a squib to shapeshift. I would like to spend an additional squib and turn into that chair. I would like to be the chair that they tie him to.
Okay.
When that, because I can.
Yeah, I'll
into
never
a chair.
deny you a good idea.
It says right there, furniture.
I won't deny you. Okay.
So I think maybe I turn into the chair, he sits me, and then I got him.
So we get the scene where you're like flying over the smog of the foundry, and you do that like super cool bird thing where they bring their wings in, and you do like a little spin as you like flick through like I don't know, probably the flue of a chimney, and just to bring it all in.
Bird flue.
Yeah, right through the bird flue. And you come out, and you're covered in dust, and you're like little hop legs, like, and like.
Can I add
Little
one
bird
thing
footprints.
before Kegel turns into a chair? Can I have run into you as you were leaving and given you your hat?
Right.
Because I feel like the hat needs to blow off as
Absolutely.
you like.
I
dive
think
into it.
I think the hat should stay on the
The
chair.
chair, yeah.
I think they should stay
One
there.
of the little posts on the back of the chair's got a
So
little hat on it.
before I give you the hat though, like I keep Gooch's hat like super clean and pristine, but before I find you, I get yours all mucky and dirty, and then I hand it to you.
Thank you.
So that's all.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
just
for
as
matching.
after
Yeah.
sawing everybody's thing, there's like a little scene where you take a hat, you just sort of throw one into a puddle, and then you pick it up, and you're like,
Yes.
perfect. So then I like the idea of when we retcon the scene like is running backwards for a second, and then the birds up here, big wings, and it goes dink, and a little hat appears on it, and then it flies back through the chimney down, and then rolls, and then little bird feet coming on, little hop hops.
So in order to turn into chair, I have to eat chair, so I just peck its leg.
Oh yeah, you go over to it, and
It is also a violent experience.
Kadush, kadush. If only you'd picked a woodpecker, but you didn't. And Gooch is trying his hardest. He has big sort of like open maw with like probably like one tooth, I guess. Just opens up and he's like gumming at the leg of the chair as you're like trying to do it.
Did you get enough flavor for transformation?
He says, and then he goes, "Gah," and then goes, and then you guys turn into a chair. And yeah, just on the middle of the chair here, like post, there's like a little hat in the middle, and then there's
Where that
on
little
the
tiny
arm,
ornate carving of
Yeah,
this
like,
chair is at the little nib
right
at
on the top, and then
yeah.
on the arm, sort of like hanging off like a splinter, is like another.
I would
small
like
hat.
to say that in the design of this chair, which I think would have like antique intricacies of
Of course,
carving,
where you can
is
hang
a
many
really
a small hat.
is a really spooky wooden carving of Gooch's face
Not
in
even,
the corner.
maybe not wooden carving. You know when you like look at wood when they've got the knots in it,
Yeah,
like
that's
eyes,
what
and it's
I
just
mean.
like this warped like.
Actually, his face. Yeah.
And you you turn into a fancy chair with little hats on it.
The only
in
way
the
my friends will
foundry.
know who I am is that there's hats on the chair.
I like the idea that the transition scenes there too, right? Like the camera sits and stares at the chair as it sits there motionless and wordless, as like this, you can see the sun like moving in the sky as like it's like speeding through time, and there's like this unmoving chair. Like maybe you like did this plan like a little too early, like just been a chair for fucking hours. And then it like the sky goes out above you, like as the stars open up, and then the foundry, comes to life as several individuals come into you can hear them like downstairs, and like the canary's like, please don't hurt me, and he's like, you fucking stop singing everything you say. As they like drag him in and like up the stairs, and I think you can hear, you don't have ears, so I don't actually know if I want to give you a handicap for this like chair thing, and it's just that like maybe like don't know where you begin and the chair ends, depending on how long you've sat there. But it's been
I'll feel his
so-
weight upon me.
Yeah,
I
of
won't
course.
hear him like candle no ears. So
Yeah, or like Gooch's like little wood eyes, like blink. He says, "He's on his way. He's on his way."
it's
Blink.
working, Gooch.
Like
I
a
know
lizard,
it
lizard
would.
blink one and then the other.
Carol, they might notice you're not made of wood.
He freezes again. And then we can pause there and then do the rest of the mission.
Other people didn't get to scheme.
Everybody schemed once.
Twice.
Well, does everybody have another scheme they want to do? I
Yeah,
figured it's kind of late.
I just wanted to check. I felt bad
I mean, the
for
only
stealing
thing that I
last
was going to
week.
do, I was going to set up a diversion for us
Oh,
to
great.
sneak
So
in.
then we'll have that. We'll do that scene with the chair. The chair's in
Multiple
the
diversions,
sun
I
is
like it.
changing in the sky, and then we're gonna zoom in over here on Snyder as like now that there's just like a chair up there. You see the bird fly into the flue, and then your guys are over on the outside of the foundry. What do you do?
Well, if possible, I was going to try and sneak in and try to overheat the foundry
Okay.
to create
It was getting hot as chair.
a really, really big boom of some sort. Like maybe like let a boiler burst or something like that.
Sweet. Well, I guess we can mix that then into, because that works out, right? The chair's been sitting here. They're starting to come in now, and you guys are. So is it? I'll have you. Yeah. Let's do. I'm gonna do. Let's see. I feel like you're sneaking, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna do a card for sneaking. I feel like I'm gonna do a card for the guards that are already here, and I'm gonna do a card for getting this thing to overheat for the action, if that makes sense for you. So I'm gonna draw 3.
All right, and I'm going to finagle this. Is what I'm going to
I
do.
would love for you to finagle it.
All right.
Don't don't show them yet, and I'm gonna do mine. So I've got 2 aces and a 10.
I've only got 2 cards, and I'd have to have a 10 and another card.
Or a pair of any kind.
Or a pair.
Or
of
a
any-
pair.
Or a joker.
Does my pair of aces top any single then? Because
Yes.
I have, okay.
Yeah, I'd have to have a
That
pair.
is
This is a tough.
yeah,
This is a
pair
tough
does
hand.
top it.
I'd have to
That's
have
a
a
very
pair.
tough hand.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fail.
So you gain a squibbies,
Mm-hmm.
and you tell me. So I won't have it explode yet narratively because we'll have that like tension build a little bit. But you tell me how you fail.
Can I be arriving about this time?
Yeah, for sure. I'll have him.
All
tell
right,
you.
so I am able to sneak into like the boiler area, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is that I make a couple. I try like I like pick up some monkey wrench or something like
Okay.
that, and I try to bust a beam or like a pipe, and I hit it 3 times, but then I get captured.
Okay, great. So you sneak into the foundry. The chair is upstairs. We'll jump over to you after that. But you sneak into the foundry. It's like hot. It's like Freddy Krueger basement in here, right? There's like way too many pipes and like steam coming out. I was like, somebody should probably fix that, or like maybe it's supposed to do that. I'm not sure what the foundry does. It definitely found stuff. And you're like sneaking through, like sweat upon your brow, and you find this like overly like large monkey wrench that like literally only goes to like the biggest nut you've ever seen.
Right.
Take it off the big nut monkey wrench and just starts swinging, clang, dun-dun-dun, and like vibrates, clang. And I feel like I don't know, like
It's good when your nut is big.
and as that's happening, like the chairs up there, the Ratha are coming in that like scene as they're bringing the canary upstairs, and one of the Ratha like pauses as one of them drags the canary up the stairs. And as you're like clang, 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 you feel just like a meaty hob hand like clutching into your shoulder. And you are dragged up the stairs as well as the canary's like, where'd you come from? What are you doing here? Are you here to save me? You did a bad job. And he's immediately, now maybe no one wants to save him because that's all he does.
Right.
And then...
Was I saving you? I thought I was getting caught.
And then he's just like, well, semantics. As I think in that scene, I want to be mean, and I think that you are going to get shoved into Gooch and have your wrists bound. You are now tied into Gooch the chair.
Okay.
As Gooch, who doesn't have eyes, Kegel doesn't have eyes, only Gooch does, and you told Gooch to stop moving, so he's not looking anymore, and so you
No,
feel
his eyes are open.
I know, but you feel weight in you. You got your companion tied to you now. Enter in Fen. Where are you as all of this is happening?
I'm coming in to try and sneak in.
Sweet. Sneak in for what purpose?
Breaking someone out.
Time to break someone out. What are you gonna do? Like, you just want, okay, we'll pull the seat for stealth then, right? Okay. Then I'll do mine out loud again. I'm gonna do, because stealth is hard, because the guards are on alert now, I will do 2. I'll do 2. I'll do 2 for that.
Is the show started outside? Do we have a
Ooh,
distraction?
that's a good idea. Yeah, okay, hang on. You are like being pulled into this chair, right? You are getting tied, your wrists are getting tied as the Ratha are sort of just like, where do you get over here? What are you doing over here?
Wrong
and
place,
then
wrong
you
time.
hear
There's a crowd
from outside,
gathering.
you say, Romeo! Oh, Romeo! We're for out there, Romeo! Is he here or there? Or has he forgotten where I've been? And then because I don't know enough.
That's okay, neither do they.
I don't know exactly. I am him and he is me.
I'm doing tech for the show out there.
Exactly. Oh, Romeo and my father. And you just hear like another little boy call. And
I'm supposed to have the fog machine.
and he is sweet. And so they have the guards like confused, like, you're tied to the chair. They come and like look out, like maybe like a big round window at the I'm imagining that you guys are being like held on this like metal staircase up, like lofted area above the foundry, and so we got this like big window, all these like rebar, like what's the word when you railings, and then they like look out this big window, pop it open, and there's just like a huge gaggle of lost boys. They're wearing like flour on their face with like big round cheeks for like the ones dressed for like the women roles, and they've got like probably 2 loaves of bread like tied into a sack for their like boobs as they're like moving around. Someone's on like a pulley and a string as Marcuccio, I think he's gonna say his name is, because I don't think that's fully it. And just like with little wings, he says, Marcuccio, and he's like, a curse on both your houses, as he like spins slowly like out of like tune. The guards are
Perfect. The fairy is cursing the goblin.
Yeah, exactly. A curse on all your houses. And I'm gonna draw. Oh my god. Okay, I want to give you. I'm gonna do. Okay, you're sneaking in, and I'm gonna have the efficacy of the show now. So I'm gonna do 3.
Okay.
Because you're trying to get in. They're trying to do a good job. Like all this stuff is sort of spinning
And they're
around.
distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the base card. I've got
2 in scram.
2 in scram. 2 in allies.
But yeah. Party on, Garth.
I like it.
What'd you get?
3, a 2, and a 7, so not very good.
I've got a pair of 4s.
Oh, that's very good. That beats. So, first and foremost, we have to handle that. This is an amazing rendition of Shakespeare. Like, that immediately passes with your 2 pairs. One of the men who probably one of the Ratha who hasn't really, like, touched into his emotions at all, like, sits there, like, watching little Ollie Romeo and, like, little, like, what did I call him? Jorb or something. Whatever I called that guy.
Jodge.
And
Yeah, I
they're
call him
sitting
Jodge
there.
Ham,
Yeah,
like
Jodge
Dr.
Ham. they're sitting there, and it's like, and it's beautiful. And he like wipes like a tear from his eye as you manage to sort of like Pink Panther like from like under and around and into the foundry. So the boys have done an amazing job.
Well, Midge is gonna scheme to get into the foundry.
Okay.
And she changes her hat as she approaches the foundry, and she is going to pull out her reporter's notebook and walk up and say that she's here to do a story and they should be expecting her.
To the guards.
Not to the guards, like whoever.
You covering the story of the show.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm going up to the Rotha and I was like, I'm here to cover we want to do this story on how effective the Rotha are.
Okay.
At the Daily Ham, so I'm here to cover the story.
Okay, so as you approach the boys' play is happening out in front of you. You sort of like dodge and weave. There are a couple Rotha guards at the foundry door, which are these like big double doors with these like iron, like cast iron, like things on them. And they're sort of standing sentinel in front of the door as you approach them. One of them definitely watching the show. The other one like has a deep hatred for community theater, I think, and that's sort of his. That's his characteristic he gets to have. So I hate this, he says, and children, of which we don't have in Goblonia. He says,
Where they even come from?
where did all these children come from? They're talking nothing. He says, and you approach him mid, I guess, this mid yowl, and I will have you. You're coming as a reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see to see, and so you're. So what I'll say, because like with this. Or like with the sneak, right? So for the specific, so you were trying to sneak in, but you didn't mention untying your friend. So I'll say that because that I probably would have added more shit to that. So we'll do with the basic thing, or I'll ask is, what is your intention with this?
My intention is just to gain entry to the room where they're going to be interrogating.
Okay.
I want to have access in there so I can figure out what to do.
I'll just do 2 for you then. I'll do just for the lie and then for the entry.
And to be clear, Midge is actually wearing, so she switched into like a fedora, but on top of the fedora is the largest of the bird hats.
That makes
she
sense.
kept back for herself, so the really sparkly one.
Hat on a hat.
Yeah, it's a hat on a hat situation.
Okay.
And like her idea is she's then gonna like give that tiny hat to this canary person.
Okay. That makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It only makes sense. So reporter, and then I am wheedling.
Sweet.
So
I got a 10 and a 9.
Oh dear.
She getting spicy out here.
Got a 10. So you have to play 3. I also put a king on the table, unfortunately.
Oh, dun 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 dun. So that's 2 kings on the table.
That's right.
So if there's 5 kings, something terrible happens, I believe.
That's right. So I think if we tie, we each draw a card, and
Okay.
whoever has the higher card
Of the 2?
of the
like the
two,
new
of
like
just
round?
the new one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got a 5,
Joker.
which is wild.
Wild. So
big.
I take it.
Are you sure you don't want to do less than me? That'd be fun.
I would have failed for a squid if I didn't do that.
Okay. So you I guess maybe you take the opportunity. This man is like complaining about community theater, and maybe tell him you're doing like a story on yeah, maybe, I don't know. So he gets very he's very flattered that it sounds like you want to do an interview with the Rotha, and he looks around at his like other Rotha guard that's enjoying himself, and he's just like, "You've got this, right, Kenny?" I think. And Kenny nods and just like wipes another tear from his head as they're doing a scene where like Ollie is like over George, who's like dying in his arms. He's like, "Oh, crew fights." And the other Rotha says, "Well, sometimes we go around and we oppress people, so I think that we're really good at that, so you can put that in the paper."
Yeah, I mean, it's none of this like silly nonsense of play acting.
Oh
Like,
my God,
this is the
that's-
really serious stuff.
I only like unabashed violence against citizens. That's all I like, really.
You have to keep it real.
Speaking of unabashed violence about citizens, we have one right now. Do you?
Could I witness it?
I would
And,
love
like,
for you
I
to
would love
witness it,
incorporate-
write it down.
Yes.
And I think that's good, and will bode well for me in my future career. And he opens the door up to sort of like let you in to do it. He's like, "And this is where we torture guys."
And what was your name again? And I want to make sure I get the spelling right. when
Yeah,
I
you can
publish
spell
this.
it as. My name is probably Gorb.
Gorb Jorb.
It's-
Adorable.
I'm seeing a theme here.
It's getting fucking late, so my name is Gorb Sleepytown. Sleepytown.
Is that with
Badge number 11 Bad 215.
Is that 2 P's in sleepy?
Yeah, is that sleepy?
It's
Is that
2
with an
Ps.
SLEAP Sleepy Town?
It's actually SLEIGHPEEY. TOON.
okay.
Pretty much
I'm
as
sure,
long as you can spell
I'm
it.
sure I got that exactly right. You don't need to repeat it.
Yeah, Sleepyton Globe McPorterson / Benta.
Is that of the underworst Sleepy Towns?
Actually, you're right. No, my family's really well known around there. Absolutely. Yeah, and my badge number is please don't get me fired. 11521.
I have a family.
I have a family. Please, they rely on me. Everyone has reasons for doing what they do. .com, I guess, because now it's a website. It's like GoFundMe. Okay, so then we have my page.
Oh no.
I think we will pause there because we'll end at the scheming. So we have several things at play here. We have Snyder in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
That chair is not even a chair.
Process
and her
of freeing.
entering the room.
Snyder and a Kegel, I guess.
Process of freeing with Ben.
Probably upset
Then we
by
have
distractions.
downstairs
And I mean, like, that is the
is Midge.
that's kind of the perfect spot for like the big, the difference between the scheming stage and the undertaking, as it is called, which is then it just goes into
The
like
doing.
scenes of confrontational scenes after confrontational
The one thing
scenes.
I'll try to practice it too, is that I haven't done a confrontation scene. So that's what I was curious about here. I was like, okay, so you're making like moves and adjusting and making new moves. Each of them will advance you. The point is for you guys to succeed, not me. But like, I'd have to find that tension. So my thought is like, if Jeff was doing that and wanted, so like you said you did sneaking, right? And so we'll add the hand thing to the next time just to like add that extra skill. Then anytime we get to draw cards is fun too. And that would be, that's what brings in that like toughness or resilience or whatever. I can't remember what the word is for it. But then it's just like how many times you have to draw against that.
Yeah.
So then I would just do that with the
I also have to
there.
get the lay of the. I probably have to get the lay of where everyone's at too, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But,
So we've got Snyder in a chair. That chair is Kegeled.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have process of freeing Fen. Downstairs is Midge, and that's where everyone's location is in the foundry. I believe. What did I name his name? Was Sleepyton?
Gorb Sleepyton.
He's keeping that name. I'm not renaming him.
And the canary, is he in the room with me?
He's Rotha
On the
guard
chair?
is with him, and you're on the chair, and he's being like held by the Rotha guard because they were just going to deal with a little sneak thief first.
Okay.
Mostly because I thought it'd be funny to tie you to
another
Gooch.
chair, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
they
There's
had
so
2
many
chairs. Maybe you could have left one. It would have been perfect. But you had to go licking it.
We have to eat the chair.
Actually, wait, you didn't destroy the chair, so I do think there is 2 chairs now, and I don't think they've asked any questions about it. And so the canary's in chair 1, the real chair,
Mm-hmm.
and you're in chair 2, Kegel.
Okay.
And you're both sitting there, and the Rotha have not noticed the new exact replica chair, but with tiny hats on it next to it, because I think you just licked the chair.
No, I pecked it, so I needed to get some wood inside.
I mean, I don't think you ate a whole chair. is
No,
what
no,
mean,
I
so
was
the chair's still there.
simply a bird.
Yeah, it was just a simply bird.